Hello everyone, MUFS here to welcome you to the 87th episode of Starfield. In the last episode, we talked with Walter Stroud, and he asked us to go over here in Stroud Eklund Staryard. So let's do that directly, shall we? So here we are in Stroud Eklund Staryard. Oh, got it on time.
Docking complete.
Thank you, Sam. Let's board the ship. Or I should have said, let's board the Staryard. Let's find Jules.
I'm proud to be a part of the Stroud Eklund team.
Walter is quite proud of what his company has accomplished, and for good reason.
Yep, I believe so.
It's something else.
I'm all for new technologies.
This is
but
Jules
your average
Diganted.
consumer doesn't need that sort of maneuvering capability. And Mike is saying there are technical reasons your design won't work. Oh, this must be Walter's consultant friend.
Yes.
Please, come join us. We've been waiting for you.
Oh, sure.
Hello.
Hello. Let's sit over here. Jules.
Hi there.
Hi there. So you're the project lead. What does that mean?
It means I'm responsible for making sure our projects are carried through to completion. I'm not the one calling all the shots per se, but I do need to ensure the people making those calls are empowered to do that within the limits the executive set for us.
Have you been leading the R&D team for long?
It might surprise you to hear that no, I have not. This is actually the first project I've led for Stroud Eklund. I recently graduated with a master's degree in engineering management. I'm actually kind of surprised they hired me. But I was at the top of my class, so maybe they didn't want to lose me to some other Staryard. Anyway, I'm grateful for the chance to do good work here.
Okay, I'm here to speak to you about the new ship project.
You must be Walter's colleague.
Yep.
He informed me that you'd be taking charge of Project Kepler despite the fact that we have a fully dedicated R&D staff already assigned to it. But that's okay. I'm sure that even though you have virtually no experience with this, you'll do a great job.
Actually, I have plenty of experience designing Starship.
Oh, I just assumed. You know what? I'm really sorry. I should trust Walter knew what he was doing. My bad.
Okay, it's okay.
Even so, we have plenty of designers.
As you probably know, we're tasked with coming up with Stroud Eklund's next hit starship. But we have budget concerns, market research to finish, and we can't seem to agree on a design. So I guess Walter sent you to resolve these issues. Have at it.
Can you tell me a little about the team?
Sure. I'm Jules, R&D project lead. was the one making all the big decisions. I suppose I just coordinate now. You already heard from Frank. He's lead designer on the project, focused on the look and feel of the ships. There's Ella, another senior designer. She focuses on some of the more technical designs of ships. Went to school with Frank. Mike is our senior engineer, responsible for consulting on all the technical bits, the machinery, the computer systems, etc. And then there's Nev. She's here for marketing. It's her job to weigh in and sell this thing to consumers.
What's so hard about choosing what kind of ship to build?
There are a lot of factors to consider. Who is our market and what do they want in a ship? Which components are we putting into it? How fast should it go? How much cargo capacity should it have? What color should it be? We need to decide every little detail.
I'm familiar with the process. Let's get to it.
Ah, right, so you mentioned. Let's move on to solving our budget issues then, shall we? We were charged with building the newest, hottest ship on the market, which won't be possible unless we petition the board for more money. So we have two new budget proposals. One will allow us to build what I consider to be a very sensible ship, but we'll have to make some tough design cuts. The other will allow us much more flexibility to put whatever we want into the ship. It's what I call the kitchen sink proposal. I don't love it, but it'll be next to impossible to approve. What should we go with?
If I have to build a ship, then I should go for this. Anyway, why can't you use the original budget you were given?
I'd love to, seriously. It would be a huge win for us if we came in under or at that budget. But none of the viable designs for this project can be made for that amount. I've already rejected that budget, so I have to go to the board regardless. And since you're now responsible for the major decisions, which budget proposal we go with falls on you.
What kind of cuts would we have to make for the sensible design budget?
It's more that we can only choose certain design elements at the expense of others. In other words, if we go with something in Mike's design, there's not enough money in the budget for what Ella wants. That's one of the reasons we haven't been able to agree on anything.
What's wrong with the kitchen sink budget? Wouldn't everyone get what they want?
While it's true we'd be able to afford to put anything and everything into that design, it's just not practical, and the board will put more pressure on us to see that it succeeds. I worry that without constraints, my team will be disincentivized to focus this ship in any given direction, and they'll try to cram in everything but the kitchen sink, hence the name. Who knows what kind of monstrosity we'd create if we tried to incorporate all of our designs? And would something that expensive actually sell?
So, I am gonna go with the kitchen sink, okay? We can build whatever we want with a larger budget. Let's go with the kitchen sink proposal.
I was afraid you'd say that.
Yeah.
Look, I'm the one who has to go to the board with this proposal, so before I can convince them this is going to be worth it, you're going to need to convince me.
Let's persuade. We need to go big or go home. I know how we can sell this idea to the board.
Well, I'm all ears because it's going to take a miracle to convince them.
If I know Walter, he just wants this done. He doesn't care about the cost.
You know, as 50% of the Stroud Eklund name, that might be enough.
We don't need to use the entire budget. This just gives us plenty of options.
I know how this works. If we have all those options, we're just going to eat up the entire budget using them all.
Let's manipulate. If you stop and think a minute, you'll realize that we both want the same thing.
I'm starting to think you're right.
Yep.
Okay, I think you made some good points. I'll go to the board with the kitchen sink proposal and get that approved.
Sure.
Well, Jules, it seems you have your work cut out for you.
Great, that's one problem solved. I'll go forward with that budget proposal and we can move on. Next, we need to gather some market data. The best way to do this is to outfit your ship with some sensors and take it through some real-world scenarios so we can make more informed design decisions.
Why me? Aren't there better ways of gathering that kind of data?
Well, Mr. Stroud believes you fit in our target demographic. We heard about some of your adventures, and we tend to agree that getting data from someone like you will be helpful. Frankly, most of our test pilots played a little too safe, and the scenarios we run don't push the limits as much as we can get away with legally. But luckily, we don't have those same concerns with you, because you're not technically employed by us, and Walter trusts you.
Sure, sounds good. Just tell me what I need to do.
Great! Just pick up a mission or two at the mission board and proceed like you normally would. We'll collect the data when you return. If you take on a variety of missions, we can build a ship to handle a variety of scenarios. But if you just fly one mission, we can build a more focused ship. It's up to you. In the meantime, you might also want to talk with the team, get to know them, give feedback on their proposals, etc. Good luck out there.
Sure. So, Frank.
You know, I have designed spacecraft for over 10 years. So, you must have really impressed Walter for him to give you this project. Or maybe it's a bit of nepotism. Never mind that. Perhaps he sees in you what he sees in me.
Can you tell me about yourself?
As a designer, I see the beauty in our craft and deliver that to the consumer. My desire is to make flying in our ships a joy to all the senses. I have won awards. I am proud of my work. But I do not like to brag. Rather, my goal is to change the board's perception of employees like myself from mere cogs in the corporate machine to value us as artists and let us do as we please.
That you bragged. What do you think Walter sees in you, us?
My hope is that he sees the passion in our work. In truth, I know he values me, but he has yet to truly cut me loose from the corporate reins and let me do as I wish. But I understand Walter has given you much greater control of our project. Perhaps I can learn from you and convince him I'm ready for the same.
Jules asked me to give some feedback on your ship design proposal. Let's hear it.
Ah, yes. At least you may be more open to my ideas than my colleagues. Maybe this is a blessing in disguise. Imagine a luxury craft designed for the most discerning of tastes. Every feature designed for comfort and peace of mind.
But there's one kind of ship.
High-end performance, precision engineering, a spacecraft for those who wish to be seen. This will be the most elite personal craft on the market.
How would we design a ship like that?
The ship should be mid-size, spacious but not bulky. We'll want to build it with the highest quality, most expensive modules available. It should feel safe but not threatening. Focus on defensive measures, not aggressive weaponry. Above all, you should be able to picture your favorite celebrity, or Walter himself, flying this ship and influencing others to buy as well.
What a great idea. That seems like a worthwhile goal.
I'm glad you agree. Such an ostentatious luxury craft will be the envy of everyone in the settled systems.
What's going on, Frank? Why are you so defensive about your design?
Because I am the lead designer on the project. It is literally my job to design it. It is frustrating because I keep getting pushback. And Jules has this idea that we will make a better product by designing it all together. Since everyone has equal say, it led us to a standstill. It was much easier before.
Why work here if you seem so unhappy with the way things are?
Just because I do not like how corporate we have become doesn't mean I don't like getting paid. Besides, with every successful ship I design, I believe I can influence the company to shift away from typical corporate bullshit and back to taking risks by pursuing art and innovation. Then again, here we are.
What was that about wanting to sell the ship to celebrities? Why is it that so important?
2 words: conspicuous consumption. Are you familiar with this concept?
I'm not really sure what that is.
Of course not. It's when someone buys something expensive, mostly because it is expensive in an effort to show off their wealth to others. So, if we target what the wealthy elite and celebrities want and sell the ship at a premium, they will buy it, and others will follow in order to be trendy. Imagine a star like Borealis is seen getting out of one of our luxury ships. Everyone is going to want one, so they too can feel like a celebrity.
Yep. Okay.
See you.
I will. Nev.
Hi. Need something?
Yep. You seem a little on the edge. Is something wrong?
Oh, no. Well, it's just... I'm a little new here, and everyone's got these big, flashy designs.
Okay.
And I'm supposed to come up with one too, but like, I don't know if it's as good or like, good at all, even.
I'm sure it's just as good as the other ones, if not better.
Thank you for saying that, but, like, really? I don't know. Whatever. Here goes. So, I was thinking that we could really use a recreational craft in our fleet. But not like super luxurious like our Adonis pleasure yacht, something marketed more towards families. Something mom and dad could pack up and take the kids on vacation. You probably think that's stupid, right?
Do you really think that kind of ship is in demand?
I used to go off-world camping with my family when I was a kid. The other families we met always complained their ships weren't quite adequate for family vacations. They never had enough room, and the kids would always fight. I've done some market research, and no ship manufacturer seems to be making ships for things like this. Which means even if the demand is low, we can fill this niche and still sell a lot.
What would it take to design a ship like that?
I haven't thought of all the details, but I'd imagine lots of passenger space would be a top priority. A mid-sized ship with enough room for one, or maybe even 2 or 3 families to spread out and relax. I don't think it'd need any fancy weapons or scientific equipment, so it should be pretty affordable. Families don't want to spend a fortune, so keeping the cost low will help guarantee plenty of sales.
A recreational ship seems like a great idea. It's unique and fun.
Oh, really? Wow, I am... Thank you. I'm really glad I told you about it. Well, if we end up making it, I swear I'll work up a hell of an ad campaign for it.
Sure. Do you like working here?
So far I do. But, just between you and me, I feel like I'm in a little over my head. I feel like I have no idea what I'm doing. But my bosses really seem to like my work, so I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm doing something right. I still feel weird pitching ideas to people who have been at this for so much longer than I have.
So what's it like to do marketing for a ship manufacturer like this?
It's interesting. I'm new, and I've never done anything like this before coming here. Marketing for ships, specifically, that is. There are so many things to think of for different demographics, like style, features, cost, and all that. And you also need to think about offensive and defensive capabilities, because space is dangerous, and people need to feel like the ship they're buying is safe.
Exactly. You mentioned you were new. What did you do before this?
Yeah, I've only been here for a few months. I did a little marketing for Chunks before this, but it was really more of an internship. Ships are, totally different than that. I applied for the job here on a whim because I thought it'd be fun. I never expected to be hired. Take care, okay?
Sure do. Mike.
I'm wondering if we need another chef in the kitchen. Then again, I hear Walter brought you in to finally make a decision around here.
Has that been a problem?
Well, how do I put this? My co-workers are smart people. But between you and me, they're in way over their head with this project. Jules especially. She's new at being a project lead and has insisted we design by committee, so everyone's voice is heard. Admirable. But no one could agree on anything, and we're running significantly behind because of it.
I'm glad to be of service then.
Good. Just so long as you don't push us to make anything too nutty. I think your decisiveness will put us back on the right track. Speaking of which, I think my plan will get us where we need to be as quickly and efficiently as possible. It's simple, no frills, and most importantly, won't cause me any major headaches on the engineering side.
Okay, but first, what can you tell me about your role here?
Couldn't figure it out from the engineering talk? I'm an engineer, mate. It means I'm the one who's got to put together all these plans and actually make the bloody ship fly. Been doing it for going on 25 years at various star yards. They still haven't realized this place would fall apart if not for me. Instead of letting me get to my work, they keep giving me fancy new titles and got me tied up in endless meetings like this one.
Sounds like this project is hard on the engineers. Why is that?
Let me tell you. All the creative minds around here are so concerned with designing the most innovative and fancy ships possible. They never stop to think about the kind of work it takes to do that in a reasonable time frame. Yes, we're engineers. Our job is to make the bloody impossible possible. But that doesn't mean it's easy or practical. That and there's never enough of us to go around.
Sounds like a win for your team. Go on.
It's truth, and we need it. The others believe we need to think big and innovate. Reality is, we just need to do what we do better than anyone else. So I'm thinking, there's loads of fighters. No sense in mucking about with that again. And we've already got one of the best luxury liners in the biz. What I figure is, the cargo running business is booming, and no one's quite built a personal craft like that to serve the working class folk. Nothing fancy, no frills. Just a simple, sturdy, inexpensive ship with cargo room up the wazoo and make it so easy my cousin's little moppet could fly it.
Seems simple enough. Any other design considerations?
Our objective should be to build a huge ship with plenty of cargo room while keeping the costs low. Doesn't need fancy equipment, just the basics. Basic weapons, basic defenses, basic scanners. You get the idea. If we go with a design like that, I can focus on quality construction, and the ship will practically sell itself.
I love it. You're on the right track with this idea.
Wait, really?
Yep.
I was expecting we'd have to argue a bit more than that. Well, that's a relief. I hope you're being sincere. Because if I can convince them to go with mine, it'd save us all a lot of trouble in the end.
So you're kind of like the lead engineer here?
Yeah, that's me, innit? Been here since the start of the company. Done engineering for going on 30 years total. But I keep telling them, it's senior, not lead engineer. I've got no interest in being lead. Too much management. Not enough tactile work. And yet here I am. Resigned to my fate on the R&D team.
You don't like being involved in research and development?
Nope, not really. I like to think I don't have the ego for it. I've got nothing to prove, and I don't rightly care to make my mark on the industry. All I want to do is build the best damn starships I can, not get bogged down with all the excess particulars. But upper management loves the work I do, and they wouldn't let me say no to this. I guess they needed someone to keep everyone's heads out of the clouds, so here I am.
What do you think of Stroud Eklund?
I assume you mean the company and not the people. Because even if I didn't already think so, I'd tell you that both Walter and Issa are great. The company's still kind of young as far as Staryards go, but it seems to be going in the right direction, despite what it may look like. I've been doing this for a while at other Staryards, and so far, we're avoiding a lot of the mistakes some of the older corps have made.
Okay.
Hope we didn't scare you off, huh?
Scare me?
This is going great. Just fantastic.
Ella,
So, you're Walter's friend. I know he chose you to head this project as some sort of favor.
okay.
Honestly, as senior technical designer, I was hoping to receive that honor, but there's always next time.
Sorry to hear
Regardless, I'm excited to help you out. Do you have any experience building spaceships?
that. I'm practically a professional at this point.
This is wonderful to hear. I hope for all of our sakes that you are not overselling your ability.
Maybe I am.
Now, I know you've been asked to give feedback on our design proposals. Would you care for a brief synopsis of mine?
Can you tell me more about yourself first?
I'm the most senior designer on this project, for one. Despite all the acclaim he gets, I actually referred Frank to his current design position. He and I were in the same design program when we went to get our degrees back in uni. We support each other as friends as much as possible. Even when we disagree. I love my job here. But I dream one day of working for a small startup or running my own design firm so I can work on custom ships instead of mass-produced products.
Yes, please tell me what sort of ship you have in mind.
Of course. But first, let me ask you this. What pilot demographic is currently being underserved by the current starship market?
Pirates, commercial salvagers, explorers, personal passengers, chauffeurs. I don't know, but I feel like you're going to tell me.
Well, you're no fun. My idea is a little less conventional. I believe we should invest in making a dedicated exploration ship marketed towards citizen scientists. Sure, we and other manufacturers have lines of exploration ships, but none built with the average consumer in mind. It's my hope that we can jumpstart a new era of affordable, accessible space exploration fueled by ordinary people like you and me.
How would I design a ship like that?
I'd start with a small ship profile. It won't need much storage or passenger capacity. Then, of course, you would want an advanced grav drive to reach deep space and plenty of energy for extended flights. In order to keep costs down, it likely doesn't need expensive weapon systems or defensive measures. It won't need those where it's going. And of course, high-end scanners and other scientific equipment is a must.
But they need high-end weapons as well. I'm sold. That sounds like a great idea.
Thanks. Let me tell you, we would not regret going with my idea. This is a chance to do something that will truly inspire future generations.
What does your job here entail?
Well, as a senior designer, I'm trusted to work on some pretty important features on these ships. Most of my work is on the technical features, designing them to be more user-friendly. Computer systems like navigation, targeting, you name it. It may not be as glamorous as what Frank does, but without me, these ships would be almost impossible for the average consumer to actually use.
What do you think of the company?
Why do I feel like answering this could be a trap coming from someone who was sent here by Walter to step in and take over our project? It's not like I have anything to hide. I used to think working for a super wealthy corporation would be terrible, but honestly, it's pretty great. They've been good to me, and the stability is way better than any startup. I've had opportunities I wouldn't have anywhere else, so yeah, pretty great.
Okay,
See you around, I guess.
let's talk to
Well,
her.
we're making progress now, I guess. We're all super glad you're here, right, everyone? Lots of work to do, but we'll get through it, don't worry.
I'm agreeing to everyone, but let's take the jobs from the mission board. Destroy Clemson Fleet. Destroy Clemson Fleet. Transport traders. Transport workers. Okay, I don't have any passengers. Let's do the transport traders first. Let's finish these missions and we'll see where it goes.
Our own ship.
We're on our own again.
So I've never done things like this. Let's see what... Hey, come on. Where am I supposed to go? Over here.
Grandpappy made
You
that
are
sound
entering
right.
United
colony space.
We're here.
Maintain course and prepare to be scanned.
Sure.
And we're done.
Gagarin. So, did we just complete the mission? Yes, it seems like we did. So, let's do these things. Yeah, it is done. It is done, right? There's the tick mark over there. Let's do this. Come on, why are we going reverse? Let's travel. Right.
Enemy shield system has been damaged. They've lost shields. Hit them now. Target's ground drive is disabled. Excellent work.
Target shields are fragged. Enemy shields are gone.
Okay, let's go to the next mission then. Okay, so now we are going to go over here, Alpha Tirna.
A whole new set of stars.
Let's scan it. Tirna 1. Where are we going? Come on. Tirna 10.
Tear that ship apart.
Yeah. Come on. No moves. How could you moves?
Captain.
Okay, we are done. Mission update over designed. I mean, why did I just got up from the chair? That's so stupid.
Where's the sea?
Let's go there. Dock it.
docked.
Let's board with the Staryard.
Immediately, or are there other matters that require your attention?
Yeah, there are other matters.
My business is switching to Stroud Eklund. It just makes sense.
Jules?
I'd like to believe that you can help my team work well with each other again, but we'll see.
I can give you some feedback on your design proposal if you'd like.
Oh, yes, I actually do have a proposal. I wasn't really expecting you to give me feedback, but why not, I guess. I'd like to see us branch out a bit more in the starfighter market. Bounty hunting and mercenary work are both big these days, especially among the hard-blooded free stars.
So how would we go about designing a starfighter like that?
We'd want to give it strong weapons, tough defenses, plus good speed and maneuverability. Most starfighters are fairly small, and the tricky part is keeping costs down with all those fancy modules.
Is there a lot of demand for starfighters in the consumer market?
I'm glad you brought that up. No, and yes, there's a lot of work out there that requires a capable fighting ship. But the real success comes from UC military contracts, which we would hope to attract by building a higher-end version of this ship platform for them.
I like it. That seems like a surefire win for the company.
Wonderful. Thank you. I'm hoping when the time comes, I'll be able to convince the others that's what we should go with.
I've done the market research for you. I'm ready for the next step.
Versatility may not be what certain customers are looking for.
Yeah.
So you managed to complete a couple different missions. This will give us lots of data to support building a ship that can tackle a variety of scenarios. Of course, if we build a ship like that, we may need the kitchen sink budget, but we'll see. Thanks for your help. Now we just need to solve our interpersonal issues so we can agree on a design. Easy, right?
Yeah. Why does it seem like you're asking me to do some sort of Herculean task?
Because I'd be lying if I told you it wasn't. And as long as I'm being honest, it's kind of my fault. I had this idea that we should all collaborate on the design because I thought it'd give us the best results. And I'm not willing to give up on that idea. But it's made this challenging because it made everyone equally invested and no one wants to give up anything.
Don't worry, I'll make sure to get everyone working together.
You seem awfully confident for someone who doesn't know how long we've been dealing with this.
Exactly.
I've tried everything I can think of besides some sort of hokey team building exercise. So, what do you think you can do differently?
What have you tried so far?
Okay, for real. It's mostly been just a bunch of arguing. First, we tried a group brainstorming session, and that went about as well as you can imagine. We tried individual designs, but that backfired. We've had meetings focused on individual aspects of the ship, and that just prolonged the process. I could have put my foot down and made a decision, but then I'd be giving up on my idea that collaboration will build us the best ship. That, and I don't want anyone to resign because of me.
The only fair thing to do is to make everyone give up one compromise.
I can't believe I didn't think of that. It's fair. Everyone goes around the table and makes a cut. That way no one feels like they're the only one being asked to compromise. This should drive us towards a more focused design. And since Walter asked you to take the lead on this, I don't have to be the villain here. So you're sure about this?
Let's get ready to compromise.
Great! Let's get ready to disappoint everyone equally. I thought it was obvious. Until now, that's how it's gone, but no one's relenting. Wait, you didn't mean actual physical fighting, right?
No.
Nah. Well, here goes nothing. Okay, everyone. Our friend here, remember, not me, has decided in order to move forward, we're going to go around the table and everyone is going to give up one major aspect of your design. It's the fairest way to do this, and ultimately, I think it's going to make our collective design choices a lot easier. Who wants to start? Okay, fine. I'll go first. I'm willing to cut some of the included hardpoints. It'll mean less firepower, but the consumer can still add them afterwards, I suppose.
Yeah.
You're looking at me, huh? I guess that means you want me to go. Oh, look, I'll be easy. You know I wasn't looking for anything fancy, but if I've got to make cuts, we can reduce some of the cargo bays.
I guess we can cut some of the extra sensors and data collection equipment. As long as this thing can still make it to deep space and back with no problem, I'll be happy.
I'd be willing to give up some of the passenger space, maybe. Yeah, that should be okay.
Frank?
Okay, fine, you win. I'll cut out some of the luxury designs and features. All that gold trim was going to be tacky anyway.
Yeah.
Well then, that wasn't so bad. I feel much more confident we can actually build this thing.
Okay, talk to me.
This is going great. Just fantastic.
Now that we have unblocked ourselves, tell me about the ship we are making.
Based on the decisions you made, well, I'm not quite sure what kind of ship we're going to end up with, but it should be capable in a variety of situations. It sure will have a lot of stuff to it.
Can you go into more detail about the ship we are making?
This ship's going to be big, and it's going to have the best components available. I'm sure it'll be very capable of handling any situation thrown at it. This thing is going to be a beast, and I don't know how we're going to make it look halfway presentable. My only other concern comes down to the sticker price and how we're going to actually sell such a monstrosity. But that's marketing's problem now. Poor Nev.
Do you think your team will run into this issue again?
I hope not, but it's possible. If the ship sells well enough, the board will have no problem increasing the budget next time. The data you gathered for us will last a while too. And I think I picked up some useful techniques from you to help us work together better.
Let me know if there's anything else I can do.
Now that we've addressed all our issues, we can move forward, finalize the design, and get this into production pretty quickly. If you could do us a favor and let Walter know that we're back on track, I'm sure he'll be thrilled. Thanks for your help.
Sure. Let's speak with Walter then. Babe, let's go. Whew. It's a good thing that I didn't have to make any ships. Let's undock.
Operation complete, thrusters free.
Okay, now we can go towards let me check before that. Go to Alpha Centauri.
You are entering United Colony space. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned.
Sure.
And complete. Enjoy your stay in New Atlantis.
Let's go directly to the lodge. Okay, dear Walter. Let's talk to you.
Glad to be back. It will be good to have a moment to relax.
Me too, babe. Walter?
Hope my employees don't give you too much trouble.
They didn't.
I'm expecting big things from you with this ship project. Don't let me down.
I managed to get your new ship project back on track.
Good to hear. I figured as much. See, I just finished looking over the final design they sent over before you arrived. I've got to say, it's certainly interesting. They managed to cram just about everything they could into it. Honestly, I don't think it ever occurred to me to do something like that. I'll be honest with you. This is the most expensive ship we've ever made. But I'm confident we can set a price point to make it work. Now I'd be happy to make it my new personal ship. Additionally, I want you to have one of the first off the assembly line for all of your hard work. Feel free to pick it up at the Staryard. Thanks again.
Sure. I was hoping that I would get 1 skill point. So let's do one thing. Where do I collect my own? Yeah, let's collect my ship. I believe I'll have 2. Let me walk today. It's been a while that I walked and scanned other people. I need to scan them, remember? And I need to talk to this guy as well. This scientist, which I will do few episodes afterwards. Let's go to the spaceport. And here we are in the spaceport. Let's collect our ship. Let's see if we have it a good design or not. Still our ship. I believe we'll have to, let's see.
Need some work done?
Yeah, with you.
Anything I can help you with?
I'd like to view and modify my ships.
Okay, no problem.
So, this is my home ship. Kepler. Is this the one they have made? 6, 30 light year jump capability. It's a C-class ship, but I believe I bought it so B-class 30 light year Celestial. I can take this one, right, and move with my mission. 26 light year, 20 light year. Twenty, 20. So this one is capable of going 30 light years, right? So that means this is good. Make home ship. So that is, yep. Let's view and modify my ship if I can.
Need some work done? Okay, no problem.
So we have one warning. Let's exit. Let's accept. So we have upgraded ourselves to Starship Design level 1, I believe. So let's get out. And using our ship, we don't have much time though, but using our ship, let's fly it around and let's go and do one last mission before we can We can go and complete the final glimpse now, because this is a new. Okay, let's do this one. Let's try to find out what can we do. Let's board in the cockpit.
Word, and we shall be on our way.
Liftoff complete. Let's go home. And we're in space.
We are in space. I need 3 units from. We are going back to Narian. So 1, 2, 3. Let's do that. And we are back in Stroud Eklund Staryard. Let's dock.
Docking integrity, 100%.
Okay,
Good to go,
let's
Cap.
board the Staryard. Whom do I talk? I am to collect my ship, right?
We have a state-of-the-art R&D department here.
If I were Tayo, I'd be very concerned about the new Stroud Eklund models.
Not much going on.
You'll find we have some tempting options for
Have a
you.
show.
A pleasure to meet you. Welcome to the premier Staryard in the settled systems. We may be new, but I think you'll see why everyone's talking about us.
What's different about Stroud Eklund ships?
The other Staryards have been in business so long that they're set in their ways. Take Deimos. They've been making spaceships since my grandfather's grandfather's days. So we looked at every facet of these elderly corporations for opportunities to revolutionize and innovate. If you don't believe me, see for yourself.
Your Staryard looks very impressive.
Thank you. So, what sort of ship are you looking for?
I'm here to collect my ship. I'd like to view and modify my ships.
A wise choice.
I don't know, maybe. But this seems the one. There's nothing called Stroud Eklund. Yeah, it is Stroud Eklund. This is the one they have built. Okay. Okay, that's good to know. But this is a Class C ship nonetheless. We'll think about it later on, okay? For now, we have done it, I believe, and Indom 4A and Freya 3, we are gonna go to those things in the next episode, okay? So let's go inside our ship. Come on.
Hey, if you need something, happy to lend a hand.
But I did not make this one my home ship. So this one became my home ship. I just needed to come over here and babe. Wow, this is a big ship. This is a big ship. Okay. Stroud Eklund.
Good to see you.
Yeah, sure. Good to see you too. But not much place to go around. 1427. Yeah, this is Celestial. Anyway, I'll take the other ship. But for now, this is it. So that's it for this episode. If you are not a sub, please consider subscribing because that is the feel of my ship, and we have came into a very, very, very big ship, isn't it? So while you subscribe, don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And you should not, because in the next episode we are going to continue with the story mission. Okay, if you liked the video, don't forget to press the thumbs up button, and if you did not, well, you have the option to press the thumbs down button, but I'll urge you not to do that. I hope to see you guys in the next episode, because we are going to finally move into the story mission, the main story mission, so you should be there. And you should not miss that one. Till then, stay safe, take care, and bye-bye.
Have you ever
MUFS
tried Aurora?
signing off.
Well, I